Hello everybody, hope you're all doing well. In this video I'm talking about a big update on speeding penalties in the Monaco Grand Prix. Now during a race weekend, we're used to seeing the occasional punishments for speeding in the pit lane. Mistakes happen. However, what we saw during the Monaco Grand Prix was very peculiar. So many drivers were being handed 5-second time penalties for speeding as they entered the pit lane. And what made it even more peculiar was how marginal it was in some cases. I mean, drivers like Oscar Piastri, Pierre Gasly, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton were getting penalties for going 0.1 kilometers an hour over the speed limit. Now, one thing to note is that there were no incorrect verdicts on this. All the data was correct. So it leads to the question of how did this happen? Why were so many drivers punished for speeding in the pit lane during the Monaco Grand Prix? Well, motorsport.com say that the FIA believes the issue is related to the line drivers chose when entering the pit lane, with the publication saying, in Monaco, the pit entry can be cut slightly. There's a kink at the entrance to the pit lane where drivers can effectively continue straight on the right-hand side for a short distance, gaining a few meters. According to an FIA spokesperson, the measurement begins the moment the first wheel of the car enters the fast lane. In the case of cutting the entry, that would be the front left wheel. Because the system measures average speed through the pit lane using electronic timing loops embedded in the track surface and the car's official FIA transponder, all of the infringements ended up being extremely small. Overall pit lane sectors, the effect is averaged out to less than 1 km per hour. Now make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my Formula 1 content and are kept up to date with F1 news. I've just reached 52,000 subscribers and your support is incredible and it means so much to me. Thank you so much for it. Now, as I say, Hamilton was among drivers to receive a 5-second time penalty for marginal speeding. And after finishing second in the Monaco Grand Prix, Hamilton believes the chosen line was the cause of his own penalty, with Hamilton saying, as quoted by motorsport.com, "Yeah, I wasn't speeding. I think it's just the way the pit lane is. I've done this pit lane for years. It's not like I came in and I didn't press the button or something like that. Pit lane limiter is on immediately. I think it's just a line that you take, which is the same line we've all taken for years, where you come in, you kind of cut part of the white line, head down, went out. And I was shocked to hear that I was speeding because I wasn't actually above the speed. I think it's the distance and something we really need to look into, because I heard lots of people got that today and they probably weren't really speeding." Now, one driver who had it really tough was Russell. As I say, he got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. However, it still looked like he could finish P3 in the Monaco Grand Prix after starting 6th. However, he was given a drive-through penalty when the initial penalty for speeding in the pit lane was not served correctly, with Mercedes mechanics working on Russell's car at a subsequent stop before 5 seconds had passed. And when Russell served his drive-through penalty towards the end of the Grand Prix, all the cars were bunched up because of a red flag, so he tumbled down the order to 13th place and out of the points, and because of that, Russell scored no points in the Monaco Grand Prix, while his teammate Kimi Antonelli dominated the race and extended his lead in the standings. And speaking about it, Russell said, as quoted by the official F1 website, "I'm flat, I'm beyond frustration. I'm in a state of struggling to comprehend what's going on. The team told me there's nothing I did wrong in the pit lane. I pressed the pit limiter before the entry. I released it after the exit, but there was a software issue. A 5-second penalty, not ideal, not the end of the world. But then with the pit stop, didn't serve it, drive-through penalty. The punishment doesn't fit the crime. And I went from P3 to 0 points. But that's going to be the video from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and until the next one, take care. Bye.